I'm delighted to welcome the Registrar General and CEO of the Corporate Affairs Commission, Alhaji Garba Abubakar, who joins me today to close the market and sensitize the capital market community on the reform initiatives of the Corporate Affairs Commission, or CAC. The CAC plays a critical role in the Nigerian business and regulatory environment, as well as in the life of all prospective business enterprises looking to incorporate and do business in Nigeria. The Nigerian Stock Exchange has remained a committed partner to the CAC over the years as it advances reforms around business incorporation processes. We are particularly proud of our collaboration during the legislative process of the Company and Allied Matters Bill, which led to the signing into law of CAMA 2020 by His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, in August of 2020. We also note in 2020 how the NSC worked with the CAC and other stakeholders in government to ensure minimal interference in the operations of companies as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. These collaborations resulted in the CAC guidelines on holding of annual general meetings of companies by proxy to ensure that investors are not denied corporate actions due to them in light of the pandemic. Just last week, the NSC also collaborated with the CAC along with the Nigerian Bar Association section on business law and the Institute of Directors to host a public presentation of the newly upgraded CAC online registration portal. We note this success and commend the CAC for its reform initiatives, even in challenging times. This year has been a positive start for the Nigerian capital market, despite the recent surge in cases from the COVID-19 pandemic, both locally and internationally. Last year, the resilience of our capital market was commended globally as the NSC All-Share Index emerged as the best performing index of the 93 global equity indices tracked by Bloomberg to post a one-year return of about 50%. To date, the All-Share Index has sustained its upward trajectory, achieving a growth of 3.57%. At the exchange, we remain committed to providing issuers with a platform that allows them to meet their strategic business objectives. And it is our delight to host the CAC, being a critical regulatory agency in achieving such business objectives. I encourage corporates and governments to leverage the existing opportunities in the capital markets to realize their growth and strategic objectives as current market conditions continue to favor capital raising and other investing activities across various asset classes. Finally, on behalf of the National Council and management of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, I commend the CAC for its laudable initiatives, as well as its dedicated support in the final stages of the ongoing NSC demutualization process, which will see the exchange unfolding into a structure that takes full advantage of business opportunities in line with its growth strategy into the future. I now invite the Registrar General, Alhaji Garba Abubakar, to make a few remarks.
Thank you so much, Mr. Onyema, the Director General, the Doyen, and other executives and management of the NSC. I want to especially thank you for this honor. As you have rightly observed, our relationship with the NSC has been mutually beneficial and will continue to prosper. For us in CAC, as the only company registry in Nigeria, it is our responsibility to provide an enabling climate that will support the ease of doing business initiatives of the government, not only for registration of new entities, but also to ensure that changes and other filings are made by these entities seamlessly. The Companies and Allied Matters Act was assented to by Mr. President in August. The gazetting process took some time. So we finally got a copy of the Gazette in November. So the implementation started precisely on the 1st of January, 2021. We had to come up with regulations to support the implementation of the new law. And we've also been able to deploy a new technological solution that supports the full implementation of the new law. Unlike our former application that was only dealing with new registration services, the new portal covers all post-registration activities. And for the first time, companies have the option either to engage the services of lawyers, accountants, or chartered secretaries, or in the alternative, they can decide to have their own electronic account. That electronic account will be created in the name of anybody that is designated by the company. All that the company is required to do is to nominate one person, either its employee or anybody from outside the company. He will be given the privilege to make all filings on behalf of the company. So this is a good opportunity for companies that may want to reduce their expenses or that have qualified professionals within their employment to be able to make their own filings directly. But that is not to disregard the right of third parties. In situations where a third party may have a right to file any charge or to appoint a receiver against the company, that right will be respected. And such services can still be done through accredited customers. So all these are innovations that are intended to entrench the various ease of doing business initiatives and support the full implementation of the CAMA 2020. The CAMA 2020 has come with a lot of innovations. It has 167 new provisions that cover the whole gamut of the 5 different entity types. As we are all aware, investors now have the option to either register a company or business name, or they can register limited partnerships or limited liability partnerships. Although the electronic platform for the registration of limited partnerships and limited liability partnerships is still under development. We intend to have that in place by the end of the second quarter of this year. So as I have said, our collaboration with the NSC has been mutually beneficial. We'll continue to support the NSC. And we're glad that the demutualization is finally coming to a close. And very soon, we'll see a brand new, we may not call it NSC, we may end up with 4 different companies with different mandates. This will help our economy, and it will also help investors. So we are looking forward to investing in the new Nigerian Stock Exchange that may be quoted on the floor of the exchange very soon. Thank you so much, and I thank you once again for the honor. So our enlightenment on the new CAMA is still ongoing. We'll continue to engage other stakeholders, and notices of such engagements will be made available. Thank you so much for the honor, and thank you once again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alhaji, for your wonderful remarks. May I now invite the doyen of the market, Alhaji Yusuf, to respond.
Thank you very much, Mr. Oscar Oyema, the CEO of Nigerian Stock Exchange. On behalf of the daily member of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, it is indeed my pleasure to welcome Alhaji Garba Abubakar, the Director General to the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. We are very happy to have you here today. We have been following the good work that you have been doing. We have followed with a lot of interest the new CAMA that you talk about and some of the provisions contained therein. We congratulate you for coming up with it. We also will ask you that one of the areas that are most importance to the stockbroking community, which we have done something about, or which we can, like Oliver Twist, we have to ask for more, is the cost of up-stamping our shareholding. Because when our authorized capital is increased, the cost of regularizing them, we want you to take another look at it and see whether you can even do better than what you have done. Like we said, we've seen you and appreciate you as a part in progress in the development of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. We'd like to continue to work with you. We'd like to join you in looking at some other area of the CAMA that will enhance foreign direct investment in Nigeria, as well as local direct investment. And we believe that together, we can make Nigeria a very attractive destination point for investment from the whole of the world and at the centerpiece for Africa Investment Fund. Like we said, we want to also let you know that we are open at the stockbroking community. Whenever you need an input from us, please do not hesitate. We shall be too glad. Because at times it is better to discuss some of these reviews that we are doing before you put them into final code or final law. Our input can be more meaningful that way. We want to work with you. We will keep in touch with you. And we want you also to keep in touch with us. We want to thank you, like I said, for what you have done. We look forward to more of it, so that together we make Nigerian capital market the capital market for the whole of Africa. And thank you very much for coming up. We'd like to see more of you, and we shall also be seeing you at your office. Thank you for coming, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Doyen, for your remarks, our own digital Doyen. May I now invite the Alhaji to close the market. Thank you very much, RG, for doing the honors.
Thank you for the
Distinguished
honors.
guests, that familiar sound, what you would have heard on the trading floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange to close the market. I want to congratulate and thank Alhaji Garba Abubakar for joining us this afternoon. Alhaji, thank you very much. And we want to...
Thank you so much for the honor. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We want to extend our regards to your entire team.
Thank you.
I also thank the Doyen and other executives that have joined us today.
Thank you, Doyen.
That brings us to...
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
so much.
That brings us to the end of the